আসছি এবং আমাদের বাড়ির স্যার ম্যামরা গেছিল এবং তারা এই পাঠশালাটা আমাদের জন্য করেছে, আমাদের যাতে অসুবিধা না হয়। স্কুলে যেমন পড়াশোনা চলছিল এখানেও ঠিক তেমন পড়াশোনা চলছে। এখানকার স্যার ম্যামরা খুবই ভালো, আমাদেরকে পড়াশোনার দিক দিয়ে খুবই খেয়াল করছে। আর আমাদের বাবা মারা খুবই চিন্তায় ছিল, আমরা পড়াশোনা করতে পারছিলাম না, এই লকডাউনে স্কুলও বন্ধ ছিল। এখানে এসে আমাদের বাবা মারা আমাদেরকে পাঠাচ্ছে এবং তারাও আমাদের পড়াশোনার দিকে খেয়াল রাখছে। আর আজকে খুব ভালো লাগছে। আর আমরা স্কুলে যা যা করি এখানেও তাই করাচ্ছে, ম্যামরা ভালো এবং আমাদেরকে খেলাচ্ছে, পড়াশোনা করাচ্ছে। আমি আগে অঙ্কে খুবই কাঁচা ছিলাম, তো এখানকার স্যার ম্যামরা এতই ভালো যে আমাদেরকে সেই দিক থেকে দেখে আমাদেরকে পুরো একদম কমপ্লিট করে দিচ্ছে সব জায়গায়। যেমন স্কুলে আমাদের কমপ্লিট হচ্ছিল, এখানেও আমাদের সব কিছু কমপ্লিট হয়ে যাচ্ছে।
তো প্রায় 2 মাস আগে যখন আমাদের এরকম করোনার লকডাউন ছিল, সে আমাদের স্কুল কলেজ সব কিছু যেমন বন্ধ ছিল, তার সঙ্গে আমাদের টিউশনগুলো বন্ধ ছিল। তো আমাদের মতো বিশেষ করে যারা মাধ্যমিক দেবে বা উচ্চ মাধ্যমিক দেবে তাদের পড়াশোনা একদম মানে খুব অসুবিধা হচ্ছিল তাদের পড়াশোনা। অনলাইনে পড়াশোনা যেমন আমরা যেমন আগে গিয়ে এক জায়গায় পড়তাম, অনলাইনে পড়াশোনা ততটা আমাদের ভালো লাগছে না, আমরা বুঝতেও পারছি। তো সেই সময় কিছু দাদা দিদি এলো আমাদের, তো তারাও সেই সময় বসেছিল, কারণ তাদেরও ধরুন কাজ বন্ধ বা এখানে তারা কোথাও যেতে পারছে না, তাই জন্য তাদের সঙ্গে আমাদের কথা হলো যদি এরকম একটা উদ্যোগ নেওয়া যায় যে আমাদের আলাদা একটা পাঠশালা হবে, তো সেই রকম তারা করবে, সবাই মিলে এক জায়গায় একটা পড়াশোনার জায়গা করা হবে, ছোট থেকে বড় সবাই আছে। তো এরকম একটা পাঠশালার উদ্যোগে আমাদের পৃথিবীর পাঠশালা তৈরি। প্রথম ছিল 2জন স্যার ম্যাম ছিলেন আমাদের, তারপরে তাদের সঙ্গে যোগ দেওয়ার জন্য আরও কিছুজন এলেন। এখানে ছোট একদম ক্লাস 1 থেকে ক্লাস 10 অবধি পড়ানো হয়। তো আমি এর খোঁজ পেলাম, কারণ আমি এই পাঠশালায় একটু কাছেই থাকি। তো দেখলাম যে এখানে সকালবেলা কিছু লোক পড়তে আসে, তো পরে খোঁজ নিলাম, যে জানলাম যে এখানে একটা পাঠশালা এরকম তৈরি হয়েছে, এবং ভাবলাম যে ঘরে যখন পড়াশোনা হচ্ছে না তখন এখানে এসে পড়াশোনাটা ভালো হবে। আসার পরে এটা বুঝতে পারলাম যে সত্যি পড়াশোনা খুব এখানে ভালো হয়, এবং যেগুলো ধরুন আমাদের এখন অনলাইন ক্লাসে ডাউটগুলো ক্লিয়ার করা যায় না, সেগুলো আমরা এখানে এসে ক্লিয়ার করতে পারি। স্কুলে গিয়ে যেমন আমাদের অভিজ্ঞতাটা হয়, সেরকম এখানে অভিজ্ঞতা, প্রত্যেকটা সাবজেক্ট যেমন করে ধরে ধরে পড়ানো হয়, তেমনি এখানকার যেমন আমাদের ক্লাস 9 আর 10 একসঙ্গে পড়ানো হয়। অল্প স্টুডেন্ট থাকে, তাই জন্য প্রত্যেককে ধ্যান দিয়ে আমরা প্রত্যেকে ধ্যান দিয়ে তারা আমাদের স্যার ম্যামরা আমাদের পড়ান। তো এই জিনিসটা খুব ভালো লাগে। বাড়িতে যখন বলি তখন তারা বলে যখন এদিকের পড়াশোনা বন্ধ আছে তো এখানে হলে খুব ভালো হয়। তো এই উদ্যোগটা নেওয়ার জন্য আমাদের স্যার ম্যামদেরও ধন্যবাদ। আর আমরা এখানে এসছি, এখানে অনেক পড়াশোনা হয়, মজা হয়, এছাড়া অনেক অ্যাক্টিভিটি হয়, প্রত্যেক রবিবার করে অ্যাক্টিভিটি ক্লাস হয় আমাদের, সেখানে অনেক জিনিস আমাদের দেখানো হয়, অনেক জেনারেল নলেজ আমাদের বাড়ে। আর এছাড়া যদি আমাদের কোনো কাজ করার ইচ্ছা থাকে, ধরুন কোনো আমাদের এক্সট্রা কারিকুলার অ্যাক্টিভিটি যেগুলো থাকে সেগুলোতেও আমাদের স্যার ম্যামরা আমাদের অনেক হেল্প করেন, এই জন্য আমরা তাদের কাছে থ্যাংক ইউ আবার বলছি।
After March 22nd, when government declared sudden lockdown, all the economic activities stopped, and the worst affected was the working class people and the farmers and the daily bread earners. Basically, those are the majority of this population in this country, and we as students could not let go this unprecedented situation by doing nothing, by sitting inside home. We could not let this go situation forever. So we decided to do something, and so we have seen that public distribution system and other state machineries were performing so poor that in various parts of this country and also in this state, the people were starving literally. They were out of foods and for days. So we decided that we could do something like doing a collective kitchen format, or we can cook in a mode of a para of some locality. So we decided to open some kitchens and we call it the people's kitchen. We collaborated with the local people. Basically the local people did the initiative and initiated the people's kitchens basically in various parts of the state like Bankura, Purulia, Midnapur, Sundarban, and many other districts of this state, and also outside the state like in Bombay, in Delhi. And also we have seen that the migrant workers who are going for their earning to other states, migrating to other states from one state of this country, they were in dire need of some help to get back to their house, because we all know that people want to get back to their house in such situations, in such fearsome situations. So we helped them to some extent to we actually led them to their houses, and we helped them to stay until going to their houses, to stay in other cities where they stay in normal time for earning breads. So that's how after this, many students and many youths of this state and of other states, they joined hands, and we understood that we could not survive this pandemic. We cannot survive this pandemic basically without a collective effort. We all are in a helpless situation. We all are in dire need of standing side by side. So that's why we tried to form this work into a composed thing, into a organized network that is, we call it Quarantine Student Youth Network. That is how this network formed.
As our friend earlier said, that by seeing this pandemic and the sudden lockdown started from March 22nd, we started QSYN effort, and actually by seeing our effort in Kolkata region, various student youth groups of West Bengal as well as of other states of our country, India, they also started this type of people's kitchen in their locality, and the local people and this student youth group helped each other and built this people's kitchen. And after this they felt that education is in bad situation in that particular regions, as the government declared digital education scheme, and very few percentage of our countrymen, they have internet connection. So this leads to very unscrupulous situation of education. And after this we decided to start Prithibir Pathshala, as our friend said earlier, Prithibir Pathshala in these regions of our state as well as of outside our states, where our group, our network worked, and I can assure you that from Darjeeling, in our state, from Darjeeling to South Chobbish Pargona, in every district there are 2 or 3 student youth groups who did people's kitchen and want to start Prithibir Pathshala in the region. Now actually there is an example in Sundarban. There is a girl who studies in standard 12th. Her name is Nadira, and Nadira and her friends, they also want to start a Prithibir Pathshala in their region after seeing our effort, and they connected with us, and after 1 month or 1.5 month, they are successful. There is now successful Prithibir Pathshala is going on there. So you can see that there are various groups, there are various regions, there are various local group, they are supporting us. They want to build this type of activities in their region. So you can see that our network slowly starts to increase. And the second part, that is the volunteers. Actually, they came from every portion of our society, but the majority of these volunteers are from student class or from youth class. But beside them, there are many professors joined hand in hand with us. There are many elderly people who are now working in various institutions of this country, basically servicemen. They also join in hand with us. But as you can, there is also an example in Bankura. Basically, it's a district of West Bengal. In Bankura, a particular village, its name is Pathshala. In a particular village, there are 5 or 6 people. They started a Prithibir Pathshala there. Actually, there is a professor from Samrani college, nearby college. There is a student from Jadavpur University. They joined hand in hand and started this. So you can see that various classes, various age groups are involved in this effort.
Well, in Prithibir Pathshala, what we are actually doing, the students who come to Prithibir Pathshala, they actually belong to below poverty level family, and for that the main thing is that they don't have access to Android phones or the modern media gadgets. So in Corona period, every school is going through online class technology, so they don't have access to this. And again, their tuitions they go to, the tuitions are also closed. So the thing is that they are deprived of study this total length of the year. And for that, another thing is that their parents, they are daily wage earners, they just don't get any time to guide their children. So these are the things which are we are concerned about. So during this first 3 months of Prithibir Pathshala, regardless of the syllabus, we were actually doing some joyful learning methods, some hands-on experiments on science, and some curiosity upbuilding procedures like astronomy videos, some Animal Planet or National Geographic videos. We downloaded them, we showed to them, and to build up the curiosity. Why should we learn this beautiful world? Why should we know about that the thing? And what we need this time, that is basically some financial help, obviously, but more than that, we need more students of our age, the future builders of the country, of the society, and of the world. They should come up with these ideas. They should build pathshalas in their areas and carry on. Thank you.
So in the difficult times that we are all facing in these tough situations, Digital divide is definitely a huge problem to a country like India, because the government data itself says why it is so. Because the telecom registry of India, that is TRI, they have definitely showed a data which says that only 20% of the Indian households have access the internet facilities, and for running internet, electricity is also a dire need of the situation, as we know that less than 47% of Indian population get 12 hours of electricity. So therefore we can understand how bad the situation for this digital communication and the internet transfusion for the students as well as for the teachers. So therefore we are striving to understand how it could be resolved in these tough situations when the whole world is in home and the whole economic exchange is suddenly dropped and the students are in their home. So we are whenever we went to the particular places for the Amphan and lockdown crisis, we have talked to the local students and local youths that how can we get this. So then we have understand long since that only the local youth, local students, they can definitely cure the whole thing, because they are not going outside the place, and if the place is corona free, so they can stay over there and they can teach the local students. So for this we have planned for Prithibir Pathshala, which does imply education center for world. Okay, so for this we have went to the local youths and they have definitely cooperated, and then they have started the program called Prithibir Pathshala to the various places of Bengal, especially South Bengal, to start this initiative. And this is running currently more than 25 places right now, and in average there are 50 to 60 students who are learning over there, and they are all of the students, you can definitely understand from the data that the students doesn't have access of internet, even the electricity as well. So the marginalized section, those who are out of the digital internet and who are out of the digital classes, they also have the right to access the education. The government and the system is totally failed to give them the chance to have the digital classes. The whole institution, you can see the UGC, the educational body of state itself, they are striving for digital education. They are pushing it. They have the data is from government knows it better than us, that what is the current situation is in the ground, but still they are trying to push the digital education mode of education. This is something which push us to think about how we can reach to the poor of poorest and marginalized section, and the migrant laborers who were coming back in their home in their tough times. Their children's, they are the ones who are suffering the most, because they have no money to eat for. In these tough situations, the daily wage earners, their work has been stopped, so there is no option to buy a cell phone or to have an internet facility. So we have think that this is the time that the students of this country need to be united for this cause, to stand in solidarity with the lower class of this country. So this is what we are trying to do, where we are having regular classes in the poorest localities. There are 7 out of 8 districts which of Bengal we are covering right now, and we are still talking to the other youth groups who are in this network. So they are still trying to build more and more Prithibir Pathshala. So that's it.